Hello, my name's Gavin. This is Genre Books, and this is a bit of a different video to normal. I have no books to show you, I have no books to talk to you about. I've just got the kernel of an idea. And it's an idea that's been sitting with me since the end of Rocket Summer, at the end of July. I want to understand more about science fiction. I read a lot of science fiction, and as far as a linear history of the genre goes, I've got a fairly good knowledge. What I'm missing is all of the tendrils that reach out to other genres and all of the works from other genres that fed into science fiction. And I want to look at it thematically. I gave the end of Rocket Summer a list of themes that I did want to cover. And one of those themes was underground civilizations, lost ancient civilizations, lost worlds, secret civilizations and societies. Not all of these are going to be strictly science fiction, but that's okay. I just think the subject is wide-ranging enough to keep me interested for a considerable length of time, and I think it's going to unearth some texts which are new to me, hopefully new to some people watching the channel, and hopefully just of interest. The beginning of this idea was a video I did fairly early on, after I started the channel, and I'd read The Coming Race by Edward Bulwer Lytton. In and of itself, it's an interesting enough book. The stir it created, the lasting legacy it created around the time it was published and for the next 20 years onwards was the initial focus of the video. What really interested me, what I didn't get to in that video, was that it has an influence even in some corners of YouTube today. What began as a work of fiction has been taken to be mythology, ideas that must have some kind of basis in history or fact. It obviously doesn't, but I want to understand how that belief perpetuates. There are elements of the conspiracy theory here. The fact that some of these societies aren't known about more widely is obviously evidence of some kind of cover-up. Now, as with conspiracy theories, the connections can be made with absolutely anything, and the fact that there is no hard evidence is just evidence of a conspiracy of silence. So this is going to lead me down some odd lanes. I'm going to hopefully be looking at everything from Sir John Mandeville, Prester John, Lost Islands of Dinosaurs, King Kong, Jesuits, occultists, theosophists. There are a number of different types of underworld or lost civilizations. You can look at it from a religious perspective, and we have Inferno by Dante, the description of hell. That might be worth looking at for things that other people pick up and run with. So I'm going to be looking at Inferno by Larry Niven and Jerry Pournelle, which is a retelling of that story. If I'm looking at the religious type of underworld, we could look at Bangsian fantasy. There are 3 books in a loose Bangsian trilogy about essentially the underworld. Now, the underworld can be a mythical, metaphorical place. For some people it becomes a physical exploration. Hyboria, Agartha, Hollow Earth. So we'll take everyone at this point, from Edward Bulwer Lytton, Jules Verne, to pseudo-scientific explanations, all of which are nullified by our understanding of geology, tectonic plates and what have you, but the idea of which still persists for some people. Some of these stories and myths have a very particular internal logic, and I don't pretend that I'm going to find some great unifying thread that brings everything together. But it doesn't mean I shouldn't try. So for a long time it's going to be accumulating the reading and, reporting on progress and my experiences of that as it happens, and then trying to pull a story together in a larger video once that's had a chance to settle, gestate, and I've thought about how I might present it. And this is just going to be the first theme. There are plenty of others that I'll be looking at, some of which will be much more solidly in the science fiction wheelhouse. But the idea of reading something which is going to span a number of genres appeals to me to begin with. And I'm probably starting with this one because I have a limited experience with it. But it's wide ranging. It's going to be everyone from John Buchan to Umberto Eco. Anyway, that's just my way of saying there's going to be some strange books coming up in the next year, but hopefully ones that are enjoyable. This is not a reading event. This is a silly little personal project. There are no prompts. I don't have a set reading list at the moment, although I don't have a set reading list. I have concepts of a reading list. But I am starting soon, so I thought it only best to warn you. Until next time.